Hey y'all. So I'm feeling a little sheepish because I said I wasn't going to buy any more seeds. And yet here I am
buying seeds
with more seeds. So I'm going to do like the final seed opening video of this season. Okay. Like for real. I already have another seed thing in progress. My birthday video, you're going to see that next weekend. Yay. But for this week, I'll do my final seed opening of seeds I bought. And so these seeds are all from Baker Creek. Baker Creek has it's just a beautiful, I don't know who their photographers are and stuff, but look how pretty these pictures are. And then the seeds all inside are really pretty and they have good descriptions to them and all this stuff. So it's just very enticing and I just couldn't resist. So, and then there's like all kinds of cool, they have really cool heirloom varieties and just like other cool like new hybrid varieties that have been created kind of things that seem really cool to try. And so I tried a bunch of those. I'm basically going to have one plant of each variety because that's all I have space for in my garden. I think is what's gonna end up happening. All right, so here we go. You ready? Look how cute this is. It says Chinese red meat radish. All right, so I already ripped it open. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. It's already ripped open and it came in these two little pouches that says smile, you got seeds. Okay, so let's put this over here. Oh, or down there. Let's see what I got. Okay, so the first seed variety I got, and this is where my glasses have to come into play too, because y'all know. Okay, here we go. First seeds I got is Brad's Atomic Grape Tomatoes. Look at those. The ad for these, I don't know if you've ever been on Facebook and had like Baker Creek ads pop up, but I always have Baker Creek ads pop up. And Brad's Atomic Tomatoes ad is like literally them shooting through space. Like it's like these tomatoes and they have like a spacey background and it got me all. So it says it's a new release from Wild Boar Farms, crack-resistant cherries in total wild Technicolor shades and stripes. Extraordinarily sweet, just amazing. So look at these. Aren't they cool?
Yeah.
So they're like all these cool colors, purple, reds, yellows, some oranges in there a little bit.
A little red.
A little red, yeah. And so I'm really excited to see if they actually look like this. Yeah, some green in there too. So I'm excited to see if they actually look like this. Okay, the next one is the free thing that they send with every like certain amount that you spend. They send. So we got Yedikul or Yedikuli. I don't know. It's an ancient variety that has been grown by urban farmers near modern-day Istanbul, Turkey, since Byzantine times. This variety has been recognized by the Ark of Taste as a beloved culinary symbol of Istanbul's centuries-old urban gardens. It's a romaine type with long leaves, a crisp center, and white seeds. So this will probably get planted either early spring or next fall. All right, next. We have another tomato. This is Apricot Zebra tomato. And they're like this kind of dark orange. You see it? Dark orange and light orange. Dark orange and light orange stripes. Stunning, richly tangerine-colored cherries are very unique in appearance, as the lime green shoulders and extra fine green striping of the unripe fruit morphs to brilliant yellow at maturity. Firm flesh, slightly oblong golf ball-sized fruit is perfect for salads or snacking. Vigorous, disease-resistant plants are wildly productive. Luscious. So, I'm excited about these. I told you I got a lot of tomatoes. All right, next we have kohlrabi. I actually have never eaten kohlrabi in my life. I don't know what to do with it. It will be a new experience for me. So, we'll see what happens with that. But I also think they are more of a winter fall thing. So I think this will end up staying in my collection until fall probably. I don't know if it'll go in the spring. Craig's Granda jalapeno peppers. I wanted to make some salsa and I just didn't grow jalapeno peppers this year. I don't know why. So anyway, hoping for some jalapeno peppers. Gonna try to make some salsa out of it. They're a little bit spicy peppers. All right, and then this is Pippin's Golden Honey Pepper, and they're actually supposed to be sweet peppers, I think. But multicolored, sweet pepper, a beloved heirloom of the Philadelphia African American community of the early 1900s. A delightfully ornamental pepper that changes color and finally ripens to a vibrant orange. Philadelphia folk artist Horace Pippin shared these seeds with William Wise Weaver's grandfather. So these are passed down over time, I guess, from the African American community in Philadelphia. So that's pretty cool. And these ones could be planted as an ornamental pepper. So like I can plant it in the flower beds and just wait until it turns orange before I harvest it. All right. Next I have the toothache plant.
So they give you toothaches?
No, I think it's supposed to, it's an annual. You have to plant it every year. It's incredibly potent canary colored flowers retain their numbing qualities when dried or made into tinctures. They're supposed to treat toothaches because they, if you eat them, they numb your mouth. Not in like a scary way, but in like a tingly, pleasant kind of way.
Tingly, pleasant kind of?
Yeah, I'm excited to try it. So I thought they were like a cool color, a cool shape, and then it would be fun to see about this toothache plant where it gets its name from. Last one from this pile is another tomato. Okay, this tomato is called Alice's Dream. And I usually go by my middle name, but my first name is Alice. And so I was like, I have to get Alice's Dream because I have to see if it is my dream. This is an indeterminate plant, which means it's going to keep growing and growing and growing. It averages 80 days. A super beautiful beefsteak tomato bursting with antioxidants and an incredible depth of flavor. This medium-large beefsteak is golden yellow with red striping and a blue blush. A blue blush. We love this productive and reliable anthocyanin-rich variety. You see all the colors that it comes in?
So. Comes with yellow and red stripes.
Yep.
And some orange and red stripes and some black and green.
Yeah, so I felt like I had to get Alice's Dream. All right, here's our second packet. So lots of tomato varieties. Like I said, between this and what I got for my birthday, I'm definitely going to have like one of each plant going on, which is nice because then I get to really try out each different kind. Usually I have like 6 of all the same variety kind of thing. So this will give me a chance to try out all different varieties. Okay, the first thing we got is some Gomphrena, I think it's called, Lavender Lady. We went to the community garden in our town. What do we live in?
We live in the city.
Okay, it's a very small city, I must say, though. Anyway, so we went to a community garden there, and they had some of these, and they're just the cutest little ball-shaped flowers. They looked really nice in a bouquet, and they dried really nicely too. So our favorite everlasting flower in a lovely shade of lavender. This is the ultimate carefree plant, heat and drought tolerant with long season blooming. The compact and floriferous plants are just under 2 feet tall. Lavender Lady is perfectly suited to everything from landscaping and cut flowers to flower crowns. So that should be pretty in a garden somewhere. You want some in yours? Yep. Okay, here's another tomato variety. Next. Okay, but look at this one though. Look at it. It's called Black Beauty.
Like the book?
It's the world's darkest tomato. So dark that some tomatoes turn solid blue-black on the skin. So I'm just really excited about growing this one. I think it'll look beautiful. I have so many colors of tomatoes. I should have this, and then the apricot, and then this one, Alice's Dream, and then I have a Cherokee tomato that's kind of a darker reddish color, and then I want to grow There might be more. It might be in here. All right, here's my free one, Landis winter lettuce, an incredibly cold, hardy, classic Pennsylvania Dutch winter lettuce. This variety is a descendant of the now extinct 1700s variety called white tennis ball from the Roughwood Seed Collection, one of the most frost-resistant lettuces known, superb for winter harvest. So we might even do an experiment with this maybe next winter where we try to grow it not under the cover.
More tomatoes.
Okay, here's another tomato. I don't even know how to say this. Sartro, it's something French. I'm not even going to jack it up.
Mama, I can try. I just gotta zoom in.
What do you think?
Start release?
I don't know. Sure. Gorgeous globes have the luster and stunning color of a stained glass masterpiece, bursting with sweet, fruity, and complex flavor with just the right acidity. See, this is how they pull me in. Tropical sweet with high antioxidant content. Large beefsteak fruit averages 10 to 24 ounces each. Winner of our 2020 taste tests. So, but isn't that beautiful? Look at that, Nyla. The yellow and the purple. That's really pretty. So that's going to add more color to my tomato garden. Tomato patch. I'm also enlarging my biggerizing. That's what I say to my kids, biggerizing. They call it a ward word. I'm going to make my patch larger this year, longer, and I want to try the Florida weave method with it too. So that's one goal that I have. All right. Next one is Sweet Alyssum.
Oh, I want some of those.
Yeah, well, this would be good in your garden, especially down near the rocks between the cracks and stuff. It'll grow really pretty all over everything. It grows low to the ground. Okay, so we have some tall flowers growing in the back, and then we put the low-growing ones kind of in the front. Okay, honey-scented blooms in a perfect pastel range makes this extra dwarf alyssum a favorite container or bedding plant. This quick-growing annual in the Brassica family is so dainty, topping out at just 2 to 4 inches tall. Great for very small planters. So, okay. Next we have, ooh, look at this one. The indigo blue chocolate tomato. It's an indeterminate, sweet and juicy with black anthocyanin-rich skin. This small slicing tomato averages 1 to 2 ounces and reaches 7 to 8 feet tall. Brad Gates at Wild Boar Farm in California describes this variety as having a good long shelf life and being sunburn and crack resistant. So this looks like it's going to be a pretty cool one to grow. All right, and then finally, is this the last packet? Yep. Last packet is onions. Y'all, I have never had any luck in growing onion seeds. I know I'm not doing it correctly, and I'm not watching them close enough. So I have to watch a couple of videos and read some books or read some stuff, I guess, on how to grow onions from seed. And then I'm going to do it for real. Like I'm going to follow all the directions. Uh-oh, we had a camera droppage, so that's, you got a little spun around there. Anyway, I'm going to grow onions for real, and not just sprinkle them in and see what happens, because I have tried that and nothing happens. So I got to try for real. But this says sweet red onion from Japan with sweet, mellow flavor. Great for eating raw. These plants reach 30 inches tall, and the flattened globe-shaped bulbs reach about 12 ounces on average. So I'm going to try to grow some onions this year. Anyway, so basically what's going to happen in my garden this year is I'm going to have tomatoes and everything else.
Okay.
All right, so that is all of my Baker Creek haul. And we'll be putting some in your garden. And
at spring.
Yep, I'm gonna go organize them into my photo binder. Actually, no, hold on. We'll be right back. Okay, while she is going up to get my photo album, I'm gonna do a quick tour of the garden. It's rainy, like 65 degrees today, and so here is the cabbage, the collard greens and the lettuce growing. So that looks pretty nice right there. I also noticed that back here, that lettuce that I had put in is actually coming up pretty nicely, and I should probably transplant it sometime soon. This is also, I spilled a pack of lettuce seeds and they ended up there, so we have a lot of nice lettuce. Actually, I harvested some and made a little salad with tomato from my garden. Here's a picture. Okay, and then moving on over, here is the kale. So that looks really nice. I think I need to harvest some soon. I actually haven't harvested some yet, but I think it's ready for me to go ahead and get some soon. It's dinosaur kale growing in here. And then the golden beets. That's a weed. Golden beets down here, and then the red beets growing in between there. They're growing a little slowly. I definitely think next year that I'll start those seeds inside in like July, because these things here were all, I brought them already started from a garden store kind of thing. And the kale, I ordered it from a company already started, but the beets I started from seed directly in ground. And the Brussels sprouts here, and the broccoli or cauliflower, or the cauliflower broccoli, I don't know which is in which row, and they look too much the same. I can't tell the difference. I mean, I think I'm seeing a little difference in the leaves maybe, but I don't think so. Anyway, these ones I all started like directly in ground after I had pulled up what was planted in here. And I think it was just too late. It's going to take it really, it's going to grow, but it's going to take it a really long time. So I think next year definitely going to go ahead and start that from seed indoors in like July. All right, and then here's my blueberry bush, my second one that I replanted in here, and then I'm going to get the third one and put it into that one, because they just need bigger pots. Their pots were kind of disintegrating, and that's that. The other thing I noticed about these, number one, not only like these ones are just looking much better and much better established from growing them, getting the seedlings, than it was going from directly in seed. Like that's like teeny tiny compared to these. The other thing is I use black cow manure in that bed, and I just use like the organic compost bags from like one of the big stores, and I mix fertilizer and some compost from my little bin back there in the corner, and I just mix those in. So even though these are doing well, I think these just took off much better. So that black cow stuff is really good. Next season, I think I'm going to do a mixture of black cow, like see which one, do some beds black cow and some beds compost from a big compost company thingy. Or a garden, what's it called? I can't talk. It's called, it's like this place that sells like soil and compost and rocks and stones and different things, like Landscape. There we go. Landscape company. I'm going to see which one does better, the compost from Black Cow compost beds, or when I get the Landscape company. But definitely the bags of like organic gardening compost from the stores are not as good as this black cow stuff over here. So, and I'll show you a little peek. There's my carrots bravely coming along, and allegedly parsnips, but we're not really sure. So, okay, let's get a look at this photo album. Okay, so we're back. This is my plant album. I had talked earlier on about like how am I going to organize all my seeds, and so I went and got a plant album. I specifically chose this one because it has plants on the front. Like really, that was the thought process. And actually, it wasn't the best choice. It's a good size of them, but the I don't know how we're going to do this, but the little things, can you see it clearly? Yeah. All right, the little pockets open to the side, and when I turn the page, sometimes the seed packets will fall out. So it wasn't the best choice. I should have the ones that, or maybe if I don't know. I can't figure it out right now. But yeah, so that's that. But in the meantime, it's holding my seeds, and I still have maybe these many packets without anything in them. So and there's some pages in between too. But here's how I have it organized. You see the Post-it note right here? Mm-hmm. These are seeds in this section that I need to plant 8 to 12 weeks before the first frost, which for us, January 15th is that date where I could start planting seeds that will be within the 8 to 12 week range, right? So I have all those plants in here that fit into that range. And then I have plants 4 to 8 weeks. Right, so it's February 12th to March 11th. So within that range, these are kind of these seeds. Yep. These are kind of the seeds that these are kind of the seeds that I can be planting. See these little herb packets get out of hand. And then I have basically 4 weeks up to the frost date. So March 11th to April 9th. So if it says grow 2 to 4 weeks or whatever, these are the seeds I can start then inside. And so those are organized. And I ain't gonna lie, these were kind of organized like alphabetically in each section too. But then I kept getting new seeds and I didn't feel like having to readjust everything all the time. So at some point I probably will go in and readjust them alphabetically. So like just not right now. These are ones that need to be direct sown. So once it warms up enough, the soil warms up enough, I can plant these directly into the ground. So like, see, this is kind of organized alphabetically. Starts off with the bees.
Are those poison ones?
No, they're not. Girl, why would I plant poison beans? I guess I am planting poison sweet peas though. But no, they're not. They just have a really nice purple. Sweet peas are poisonous, yeah. But they're really pretty and they smell really sweet. And they're not edible. So we'll plant them somewhere where we're not going to eat them. So this is kind of alphabetized.
I already have those.
Yep. And we'll plant you some more from there too if we need to.
Morning
if they don't come up. Yep. That's a whole slew of them in there. Okay. And then, then we have our section of, no, it's not. These are things that need to be planted like mid-spring. They need the ground to be kind of warmed up.
Wet and moist.
No, not so. They just need the soil to be warm. So this is stuff to be planted a little bit direct sown. Yeah, a little bit later in the spring so that they have that warmth there. So beans and corn, some of these cosmos mixes, some pumpkins and dill and stuff like that can be planted a little bit later. And the watermelon also needs to be planted a little later too. So and then, and these are my cool weather crops. These are the stuff that I'll plant in like July. I think I start them planting inside in July. These are the ones that I learned this year. I tried to direct sow them at the end of the summer season. And they're growing very slowly. So I think I need to indoor start them mid-summer. And then when I'm ready, I can plant them. So these are all these plants there. And then I have all this space here that's empty that these new seeds that I got will get sorted out in. And then the stuff from my birthday haul is going to get sorted in. All right. So, and then y'all, for real, I'm not going to get any more seeds. Okay. Yeah. I have more than enough, like more than enough. And I'm almost like considering asking my neighbor if she wants a garden in her backyard and I'll plant it for her.
Mama.
I'm really considering it, y'all. Because she comes over and borrows stuff from me
about this,
every once in a while. So I am considering asking her, do you want a garden? If you help me kind of get it set up, I'll go out and grow everything. So we'll see. Anyway, y'all, thank you so much for watching my seed haul. I am going to ask you to hold me accountable. You're going to see one more thing with seeds in it. That's from my birthday haul. And then no more seeds. Okay? That's what I'm saying, and I'm sticking to it. Okay? All right, y'all. So I will see you later. Thank you so much for watching. Happy gardening, y'all.